narration from Susmita
Yeah. Vikram, continue.
from Dr. Sanjay. Usually, offices are asking to wear mask throughout the office time. Is it safe or unsafe?
As such, the wet mask is never recommended. The reason is very simple. That because our normal mask we always highlight N95. Number two, the latest technology says that 3-layer mask should be there. If mask is wet, then the filtration of the oxygen will further decline. The wet mask will not permit me to I respire in the proper way. Number two, if the wet mask is there, the filtration is one problem. The oxygen level will be further reduced. And number two, the most important, there is chances for growing the fungus. Because when the person is going to the unit inside in manufacturing unit, he has to work for 6 to 7 hours along with the mask. So definitely this mask will never be helpful, whereas it causes lot of complications. As I mentioned earlier also, during in normal condition, when we are a normal human being and when we see on the television the breaking news, so many cases have come, so suddenly means on the same spot we start losing our body immunity because we lost the positivity and you have become negative. And if when you are using the wet mask, the further deterioration will be there because the consumption or intake of oxygen will be reduced. Number two, the mask is wet, so there will be fungus infection. And number three, most important, it is inconvenient. The mask should be light, should not be heavy. So as per I personally believe that wet mask should not be used. And if the wet mask is there, if you are in the factory, you're working, and if you use the mask and you feel the mask has, because normally the mask which is available right now in the industry or in the market, it has already so much light, and when we will use it for constant for 5-7 hours, definitely automatically it will become wet because some of the secretions will go there. So the further our body immunity will be declined. So we strongly recommend there should not be any wet mask. We should go with the dry mask. And as soon as you come back to home, you should keep this mask on the sunlight or outside before you go inside the home.
Next question from Sudeepa Kumari. Is virus spreading through air or only droplet infections is there?
Yeah, the virus, the size of the virus, as such a name has come corona. Corona is the outer layer of the sun, which is a very big, So size of the corona is already big one, which has a 500 microgram. And it will definitely go in the droplet form, So as soon as we will sneeze, the person who is being affected, he will sneeze. Definitely it will go the other persons. Number two, it cannot travel due to the heaviness of the coronavirus. It cannot travel more than 1 meter. He requires a surface where he has to stay there. And that is why we always say, when you touch any surface, probably it can be on that you have to use sanitizer immediately. Even the smooth surfaces, the coronavirus remain for a long time, as compared to on the rough surface like dust, it will not remain for a long time. But a smooth surface, definitely, that is why we always pursue, and we are saying to the society that when you go inside the home, do not touch door. Angle, you should not, because they all are iron or wood and smooth spaces are there. So basically, this infection goes in the drop form, never to be liquid form. It's become a drop. And whenever we sneeze or coughing, it goes through our mucus, and as soon as the other person will receive, this contamination will be there. So normally it travel in the air, but not more than 1 meter, not 1 meter. And it is very fact. It is a virus. There is a misconception which has recently started from some of the countries, without doing any clinical trial. Now they are saying it is bacteria. It is not bacteria at all. It is a virus which is an incomplete virus. It contains only RNA. There is no DNA. There is another possibility due to the half virus is there. It contains only RNA. That is why we have full doubt that developing a vaccine is a very tough job. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. So it always travel in the drop form, not into the spray form. It goes in drop. Drop means solid. The contents will be there, solid.
So my next question from Vishal Junjuwadia. What challenges you have faced in this lockdown?
The major challenges that we have faced is of logistic. Number one, now it is since last 12 to 15 days, it is much smoother than before. But in this lockdown, during the lockdown, the major challenge was the logistic of the material that we have to transport from one place to another. And secondly, the availability of the raw material. Because of the logistic problem, the manufacturing process was on hold, even though a lot of manufacturing units were functioning but not at an optimum level. They were not able to finish the manufacturing cycle due to a lot of logistic problem and the availability of the raw material. I hope that answers your question.
Next question from Dr. Agrawal. When do you think COVID-19 pandemic is end?
As such, until and unless we will not follow distancing, sterilization, the proper use of sanitizers, gloves, it is difficult to say. But it is more or less what we are realizing now. As the temperature is high, definitely the chances will be very less. If we will maintain all the directions given by the government of India, WHO, ICMR, if we follow it, probably in the short duration, I think we will the winner over the coronavirus. It's a winner. But probably in the month of July, I think the number of cases will be reduced drastically. Only we are expecting, unfortunate during the winter, after the October, November, it can reappear. It can again come back. So what we should do, we should take all the precaution. As the vegetables which you buy from the every day on regular basis, before you take the vegetable, it should be sterilized with the saline water. Keep in the sunlight for some time. But the chances of, there is a possibility, the end of the July till October, I think the number of patients will be reduced drastically. Yes, when the winter will start and during the transit, it can reappear. So the best idea to us that we should improve our body immunity by various methods. Our immunity should be enhanced, and that is why I keep on saying in most of the program, please do not watch television, do not see the breaking news, no social media, the WhatsApp, because as soon as you see that, you become a patient. See, number one, we all have a coronavirus. We all have. Only we all have a mycobacterium tuberculosis. Everybody in the world. But because our body immunity is so strong that the virus or bacteria will not dominate in our body. So we should try that our body immunity should be enhanced, should maintained by the various citrus fruit. We should sanitizer, mask, proper hygienic, positivity. So these are the factors which we will follow. Definitely after the July, the cases will be reduced, and maybe in the winter it can reappear. So we should start working for the precaution, everything right now.
thank you, sir. What is the regular usage of sanitizer? It is good to health or not?
See, normally these sanitizers, we always say when the sanitizer should have 62% alcohol, 62%. Or if you are at home or you are in factory, for example, you are working in the office, try to wash your hand with a very simple water. No, there is no need to use soap. The soap, it is a virus, it is not a bacteria. So it requires only virus. So you clean your hand regularly in interval of 2 hours, maybe the plain water. And if the sanitizer is there, you use it. But sanitizer, as soon as you will use the sanitizer, because it contains 62% alcohol, as soon as you rub for 20 seconds, it will evaporate. It will evaporate and it will not go inside your body. So the sanitizer is always helpful, but it's not should use when you are at home. Do not use it. Use the plain water, but wash your hand. Wash your hand when you are going outside the home, or when you are coming back to home. That time you use our sanitizer. Otherwise, the plain water is enough. It will the virus will be abolished. It will get dissolved, or it should be away from our body.
So, sir, somebody using handkerchief and other clothes on the mask as a mask, so it is safe or unsafe?
As such, I am showing on the screen the mask. When you use a handkerchief or any cloth, there should not be any distance between the mask and your body part. When I'm talking the nose and your mouth, it should be completely covered. There should not be any gap. If the gap will be there, the virus will go inside and you will get the positive. So when you see this mask, there is an iron band is there, iron is there, this aluminum strip. So when you use this strip, definitely automatically it will fix up on your face, and it will protect your nose and upper part of your face, upper part. So definitely there is always chances the virus will enter through the mouth or through the nose. So if both are being covered with the proper mask, I think we will not get affected. So mask is a very important role. You use a simple mask, ask to buy a 3-layer mask, and always try there must be this aluminum. So once the aluminum is there, it becomes fixed, and then once it is fixed, then absolutely no space will be there in between, and the virus will not go inside. So this, by you buying when you buy, you always try to buy a mask of 3-layer, and there should be a aluminum strip that will adhere your mask with your upper part of the face, the mouth and nose.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the next question from Mr. Vishal. Do you think work from home is effective in the pharmaceutical industries?
Yes, yes. For administration, it is possible work from home, but I think for the marketing activities and the promotional activities, the pharmaceutical professionals has to go to the places and try to visit various areas where their sales is happening, and to look around and see the demand of the products. So work from home may be effective for office work, like for back office work, maybe admin department and coordination, but not for marketing and sales professionals, marketing and sales people. For them, the work from home will not be very efficient. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. And thank you, sir, for joining with us and sharing your wonderful knowledge. I thank to Dr. Sanjay, Dr. Kamal, and Mr. Vishal Jujuaria for joining with us and sharing your wonderful knowledge. Someone want to ask questions from Dr. Sanjay Agarwal. Ms. Neha Gururani, please ask your question. Otherwise, we are going to close your session. one question from Rahul Kamble from Dr. Sanjay. Some people are getting breathing problems while wearing the mask on the work. So also same are getting itching problems while using sanitizers.
Mr. Rahul, very interesting one. You have to, when you feel the mask, and that is why, fortunately, we started one of the discussion was there on the mask utilization. We said the mask should be used when you are away from the home, and you are in the crowd, and when you are in the factory and working, so that time if you are using a mask, you use it. But as soon as when you going to refreshment room or the fresh room, you remove it for few minutes and again you take. So that is only solution. So mask is mandatory, but when you are away from the home, when you are in the crowd, when you are meeting for 4-5 people, but when you are in at home, do not use it. These complications are there. Complications means the deficiency of the oxygen. Number two, your question is there about the sanitizer. The sanitizer, that is why we always insist you should use 62% based alcohol, not more than that and not less than that. And the alcohol sensitivity is negligible in India. Very less patients, they say, I am hypersensitive to the alcohol. I don't think. So the itching, maybe because you must be using some different, soap. You check the soap. You may be, for not with the sanitizer, you may be allergic to the soap while you're using it. So if you are using a soap, you change the soap and continue with the sanitizer. You check the sanitizer, it should have 62% alcohol. So the itching or hypersensitivity will not be there, because you rub for 20 seconds and it will evaporate, no? It will not remain on your skin. And only you should know how to apply it on the hand. You should know that first you rub it on the front part of your hand and then the back of it. And between the fingers also, the gap in the fingers, there also you rub very cleanly and carefully. So you check your soap, and as soon as you have some itching or some problem with the mask, you remove in the washroom for a couple of minutes or couple of seconds, and then you wear it again.
Question is, please elaborate the diet to cope up with COVID-19.
Yeah, as such, the diet with the coronavirus, you eat whatever you want. You eat whatever you want. Only you take more amount of the citrus fruit. Like I mentioned, you try to take that fruits, or citrus fruit which have a vitamin C. So more vitamin C will be there. Your body immunity will get enhanced. Apart from that, you should use zinc. You should use selenium. These are the minerals, calcium. These are the important minerals which you should use. Use less milk products. And we should have more hot water. Apart from this, if possible, you take as much as protein as are available. Protein. Because our body requires more protein. If we have more protein, probably our immunity will get boosted. Apart from this, you should use lemon. You should use pineapple. Now mango time is going on. They all have a vitamin C, and that is why your body immunity will be enhanced. You can use garlic. Garlic has a good amount of it has such a high pH that coronavirus will not be survive. So there is no restriction for the food. Whatever you want, you use it. Only you can increase your citrus fruit. You increase protein diet. You increase the soya bean. The soya bean is also has a more amount of the protein. So the dal is another area where you should increase your intake value inside the body. Vegetarian. Always use vegetarian. Please do not use non-veg these days. The number of chances we are getting positive because they were using extensive of the non-vegetarian. So our diet should be vegetarian, along with the citrus fruit and along with the lemon, as much we can do. and use the hot water. Hot water should be at least for in day 8 to 10 glasses of hot water, so the proper sterilization will be there inside your body.
For sharing your wonderful knowledge on global pharmaceutical industries to fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Now the time to get over this session. Everyone, thank you Dr. Sanjay, Dr. Kamal and Mr. Vishal Junjuwadia for joining with us and sharing your wonderful knowledge to our audience. And special thanks to Ansu ma'am to moderating this session.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Namaskar.